You are watching a Titan Ed video review. These reviews are for 13 plus collectors. If you are not a collector, please click away. Alright guys, it's time to rev up and roll out, because we've got Transformers Earthrise Bumblebee. Alright.
It's time for a Titan Shake that video review.
Alright guys, so we do indeed have Earthrise Bumblebee. Now this is technically the Netflix edition. Oh god, we're turning back to that again. Shout out to all my 90s kids who remember the Fox Kids editions of Beast War figures. Anyway, this is basically Earthrise Bumblebee. For whatever reason, they've made it a Walmart exclusive and slapped Netflix all over the box. What you gonna do? But with that said, this is an awesome figure and one that I am glad I picked up. I really love this. It looks fantastic. It looks like a Volkswagen. In fact, it is actually a licensed Volkswagen. If you can look under the hood, you can see the Volkswagen symbol there. And if you look at the wheel, if it can focus, it's got the Volkswagen symbol on the hubcaps. So yeah, that's kind of awesome. Now the vehicle mode is really good. Unfortunately it does have a little bit of QC issue, but I'm not going to complain too much. I mean, between the trade war that the US and China are currently having, the fact that Hasbro's had to move all their operations over to Vietnam and India, and then a global pandemic, you could expect a little bit of QC problems in a lot of figures. Can't bitch about it too much. Please see about reviewer. Oh, dear me. I'm sorry. I seem to be allergic to bullshit. But moving on. So yeah, he does have a few panels not lining up quite correctly, but it's not going to bother me that much. Like I said, multiple problems stacked on top of the other. You're going to have a few issues. But he still looks good. Now, to compare him to what is basically his mold mate, Cliffjumper, which I've previously reviewed. It's kind of hard to believe that these two figures are basically the same skeletal design, just with a completely different outer shell. It's kind of impressive, honestly. I like it. But yeah, that's what they look like together. They look nice. I indeed like them, and they look really good in robot mode. However, there is a slight problem when it comes to Bumblebee. You see, Cliffjumper has that peg on top that allows him to plug a weapon up there in vehicle mode. Bumblebee does not have that, and that's really super annoying. However, there seems to be an alternative to this, and apparently Cliffjumper can do this as well, and I didn't know about it till Bumblebee. What you're going to do is, the easiest way is to move the arms like this, take off the back end, move his arms up, I know I'm doing a terrible job of this. Get the peg out. Hold on, this is easier with a bit of a tool. Luckily, one provided by the toy. Come on. Come on. I got this to work earlier. I swear. Ah! Oh, that may not have been the best transition ever, but it worked. Plug that on there. Plug this in here, and you have Earthrise Bumblebee's weapons mode. By the way, I'm pretty sure these aren't in the instructions. I actually didn't read the instructions, because like I said, they're the same mold, so yeah, I know how to transform them, so, okay. Okay, yeah, that's a weapons mode. And yeah, Cliff Jumper can do that too. If you get back, just give me a second. So yeah, apparently this is something the mold could do that I didn't know about till I got Bumblebee. And I have the hubcap figure as well, so... okay. Interesting. Let me get this back to regular vehicle mode. So yes, back in regular vehicle mode, Bumblebee can do the whole hydroplane mode thing that Cliff Jumper could do. I don't know, maybe, knowing my luck, it'll work here. I have not gotten it to work too well the past few times I've tried, and wouldn't you know it, it's gonna work just fine while I'm doing it on camera. Of course it's going to work just fine when I'm trying to do it on camera, but when it's not, the camera's not rolling, it's a pain in the butt to actually do. Of course. But yeah, the cannon does the exact same thing and becomes the hydroplane mode, just like on Cliff. So, yeah, that's a thing you can do for Bumblebee too. Yeah, I like it. But yeah, so there's that. So let's get Bumblebee finally into his awesome robot mode. Give me just a second. And oh my, that robot mode. Oh, that's perfect in my opinion. I don't think we're going to get a better Bumblebee outside of potentially a Masterpiece 3.0 Bumblebee, but I can't see them trying that again after the disaster that was 2.0. This is basically a mainline scaled-down version of the 1.0 Masterpiece Bumblebee, and I love it. This is almost nearly perfect, although I will fully admit that chest desperately needs an Autobot symbol on it. I get why they didn't do it, because they put one on the hood, which ends up putting on the foot. But man, I really just want to put an Autobot symbol on that chest, because it's just bare plastic. If nothing else, I wish I had access to some of those reveal the shield style of Autobot symbols. That would be awesome to put on there. But yeah, he looks really good. Just about from every angle. Yeah, the back ain't perfect. Yes, it's parts forming. We're not going to complain about that, people. I mean, come on. At this point, that'd be like just complaining at the moon because the moon's round. But yeah. The one downside to this figure is because he shares the same mold with Cliff Jumper, he also shares his same weapon. The big-ass cannon. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind this. It looks nice, but in all honesty, the weapon Bumblebee needs the most is this. Yeah. One of the reasons I picked up that entire pack was just for this, at least this one of the guns, specifically for Bumblebee. And it just completes the figure, in my opinion. It really does. That looks nice. Now to compare with, of course, his mold mate, Cliff Jumper. And again, I'm very impressed that these guys managed to make, using the same relative mold, but just having almost two still slightly different robot modes. Like, you can tell that they're kind of similar, but at the same time very different. And it just looks awesome in my opinion, and I like it. So yeah. Bumblebee is incredible, and I highly recommend him. Do not miss out on this figure. Go get him as soon as you can. He should be hitting Walmart shelves right now as we speak. That's where I picked up mine. Until next time, guys, this is Titan Zed saying I'll see you when I see you. hey guys, last minute addendum. While I was doing some video editing, I went back to the box and pulled out the instructions, and lo and behold, that whole little weapons mode is documented in the instructions. Okay. I'm pretty sure these aren't in Cliff Jumpers, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what I did with Cliff Jumpers instructions at this point. But yeah, those were documented. That weapon modes is documented. That's wild. So, just thought I'd let y'all know. Till next time.